Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the medieval history previous year questions part 6. In today's session we are going to discuss some more questions related to the medieval history, and we will see that what type of questions has been asked so far in the earlier exams and what kind of relevant questions we can expect in the upcoming exam. We will also see that what are the things we need to keep in mind, and particularly what are the type of questions we should always check about, and we will enhance our knowledge and our update our notebook. So let's start our session and let's see what are the type of questions we have. Before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in today's session. And before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the image. And let's start our session. So the first question that we have is, during Akbar reign, Dash was the finance minister of Mughal Empire. So it is a very easy question. I hope you must have heard about him. The options are Todermal, Mansingh I, Tansen or Birbal. So take your time and try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess you have figured it out. So the answer is Raja Todermal. Raja Todermal was the finance minister of the Mughal Empire during Akbar's reign, and he was particularly the person whose valuation was very important in the introduction of the scheme that was introduced by Akbar. That was Japti system. That was a system to particularly uh, track and calculate the crop field in the Mughal Empire on the basis of the 10 years data, that is from 1570 to 1580. And he was the finance minister and one of the most remarkable minister of the Navratan among the Navratans of Akbar. If we talk about him, so he earlier was the finance minister of Sher Shah Suri also. So remember his name. His name was Raja Todarmal, who died on 27th October 1605 at Fatehpur Sikri, was buried at Sikandra in Agra. Options are Empress Mumtaz Mahal, Emperor Shah Jahan, Emperor Humayun, or Emperor Akbar. So try to figure out the answer. And I hope you got your answer. So if we just want to figure it out, Empress Mumtaz Mahal, we all know that her tomb is in Taj Mahal. If we talk about Emperor Shah Jahan, he is also in Taj Mahal. If we talk about Emperor Humayun, we all know Humayun's tomb it is in Delhi. So the only remaining answer of this question is Emperor Akbar. So Akbar full name was Abdul Fatah Jalaluddin Muhammad. Akbar was the name given later by the people of Agra. He was buried at Sikandra. His ruling period was 1556 AD to 1605 AD. He became the king at the mere age of 13 only. He was the son of Humayun and Hazi Begum. So remember, he died on 27th October 1605. The states of Dash were known as authorized states because the Mughal Empire was conquered here. Options are Maratha, Karnataka, Panipat, Awadh, Bengal, Hyderabad, Bengal, Karnataka, Panipat, Karnataka, Sindh, or Delhi. So take your time and try to figure out this answer. And I guess you have figured it out already. So the answer of this question is Awadh, Bengal, and Hyderabad. So if we talk about this particular place, the states of Dash were known as authorized states because of the Mughal empires was conquered here. So the states of Awadh, Bengal, and Hyderabad were known as the authorized states because the Mughal empire was conquered here. So remember these places. Queen Hamida Banu Begum was the wife of Mughal emperor. Very easy question. Try to give the answer fast, guys. And I hope you got your answer. The answer is Humayun. So, Hamida Banu Begum was a wife of famous Mughal Emperor Humayun. Hamida constructed tomb of Humayun near Deen Panna or Purana Killa. And if we talk about Hamida Banu Begum, so she was particularly married to Humayun when Humayun was on exile. And she was the daughter of the teacher of one of his brother. That was Kamran Mirza. And if we talk about both of them, so they both inherited the child that later on became the great emperor, the Akbar, who was born in 1542 in Amarkot in the reign of Virsal, the king Virsal. So remember, Humayun's wife was Hamida Banu Begum. His sister was Gulbadan Begum, who particularly wrote the Humayunama. Hamida Banu Begum was the mother of Emperor Jahangir, Emperor Akbar, Emperor Humayun, or Emperor Babur. So take your time and try to figure out the answer, guys. And the answer is right, I guess. The answer is Emperor Akbar. So Hamida Banu Begum was the mother of third Mughal ruler Akbar. She was the daughter of Mir Ali. So remember her name, Hamida Banu Begum. She was the mother of Emperor Akbar. Akbar regents were, one was Bairam Khan, we all know, and the other one was Mahamanga. Both of them conclusively created the petticoat government at that time that ruled from 1556 to 1560. Which of the following was not Akbar's nine jam or Navratan? Ustad Ali Khan, Raja Todramal, Abul Fazl, or Fakir Azio Deen. So take your time and try to figure out this answer. Well, I guess in this question only two options are confusing, and the answer is Ustad Ali Khan. So nine gems of Akbar court were Abul Fazl, the writer, Tansen, Birbal, we all know, Rodramal, Mansingh, Abdul Rahim Khane Khana, Fakir Aziano Deen, Mullah Do Piazza, and Faizi. Faizi and Abul Fazl were the brothers and poet. So remember their name, they all were nine gems in the court of Akbar. Dash was the third Mughal emperor. Humayun, Akbar, Aurangzeb, or Jahangir. So take your time and figure out this answer. And the answer is Akbar. So Akbar was the third ruler of Mughal dynasty. He was the founder of Deen-e-Ilahi, and he particularly created Deen-e-Ilahi in 1582. Before that, he particularly created the Ibadat Khana, a religious place for understanding all the type of religions, and he ruled from 1556 to 1605. His son was Salim, who later became the king, the Jahangir. So remember, Akbar was the third Mughal emperor. Before him, the kings were Humayun, and before him, the king was Babur. Akbar had administrative seat at options Allahabad, Lucknow, Delhi, Agra. Very good question. Try to figure out this answer. And I guess if you have particularly figured it out, because the answer is Delhi. So remember that properly the capitals were three during Akbar's time: Agra, then Fatehpur Sikri, and then Lahore. But if we talk about where was the administrative seat of Akbar? So Akbar carried out all his administrative work from Delhi. So Delhi was the administrative seat. All the type of administrative works handles at Delhi. And three capitals that were shifted during his time because of reasons of expansion and other things were Agra, Fatehpur Sikri, and then uh, Lahore. Who among the following Mughal ruler of India gave permission to the British to establish their first factory in Surat? Shah Jahan, Bahadur Shah Zafar, Aurangzeb, or Jahangir? So try to figure this answer. And I guess you have figured it out. So, who among the following Mughal rulers of India gave permission to the British to establish their factory in Surat? Very simple question. The answer is Jahangir, also known as Salim. So, the British East India Company of British landed on Indian subcontinent on 24th August 1608 at the port of Surat for the purpose of trade. But after 7 years, they established a factory under the leadership of Sir Thomas Raw. The first factory was established in Surat. The first factory in Surat was established by East India Company with the permission of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. So Jahangir was the one who gave permission to the Britishers to establish their first factory, and this was all done after the Battle of Swally, in which Britishers defeated Portuguese. After that, Britishers became the famous ally of Mughals, and they remained till the decline of Mughals. So remember, Jahangir was the one who gave the permission to establish their factory. And who was the king who provided dastak to the Britishers? So that was, particularly if we talk about that king came in 1717, and he gave the permission to the Britishers because particularly the Britishers were providing him health benefits as he was suffering from some illness, and the name was Farooq Shiar. Mughal Emperor Jahangir was the son of, options are Babar, Akbar, Shah Jahan, Humayun. So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I guess you have figured it out. The answer is Akbar. So Akbar was the father of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Mughal Empire was established by Zahiruddin Muhammad Akbar Babar. So Akbar was the father of Mughal Emperor Jahangir, and Jahangir had a dispute with his own son, and his name was Khusro Shah. Um, and if we talk about Jahangir, so after Jahangir, the king of Mughal Empire was the um, Shah Jahan. But before Shah Jahan, there was a de facto king at that time, that was Shahryar Mirza. Also, Jahangir was the dash Mughal Emperor of India. So take your time and try to find out the answer. And I hope you got the answer. The answer is fourth. So Jahangir was the son of Akbar and was the fourth ruler of Mughal dynasty. His childhood name was Salim. He was the successor of Akbar. So remember his name. His real name was Salim, and he was the son of Maryam Uzzamani and Akbar. Maryam Uzzamani was basically the princess of Jaipur, and she was the daughter of Raja Bharmal. Which of the following is under Mughal ruler foreign traveler visited India correctly matched? So Shah Jahan, William Hawkins, Jahangir, Manuki, Aurangzeb, Manuki, Akbar, Sir Thomas Raw. So try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess the answer you are giving would be right. So the answer of this question is Aurangzeb, Manuki. So William Hawkins, Jahangir, Sir Thomas Raw, Akbar, Manuki, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb. Peter Mundi, Shah Jahan. So the answer of this question, that which of the following was correctly matched, is particularly Aurangzeb to Manuki. So Manuki came into the reign of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was the last successful ruler of Mughal Empire during the early Mughals. He reigned from 1659 to 1707. Which Mughal emperor built Taj Mahal? Options are Shah Jahan, Humayun, Jahangir, or Akbar. So try to figure out this answer, guys. And I guess you have figured it out. The answer is Shah Jahan. So Taj Mahal is the world famous monument built in Agra. Taj Mahal was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. And if we talk about Shah Jahan's real name was Khurram, and he was the son of um, Jahangir, and particularly he became the king after Jahangir in 1628 and remained the king till 1658. Later, he was captured by his own son Aurangzeb in 1658 and was kept in Agra fort. Which one of the following pair is not correctly matched with important foreign travelers and rulers of dynasty during whose they come to India? Options are Ralph Fitch Akbar, Abdul Razak Devrai II, John Judan Shah Jahan, Marco Polo Pandya Empire. So try to figure out this answer. This question is really important and quite moderate to high. And I guess you have figured it out. The answer is John Judan Shah Jahan. So John Fryer, Peter Mundy, Trevor Tavernier, and John Loyalt came to India during the reign of Shah Jahan. Rest all the options are correctly matched. So which of the following is not matched? So that was John Judan. Dash became an independent king under the rule of Chin Ilich Khan, also known as Nizam ul Mulk. Options are Mysore, Hyderabad, Awadh, or Bengal. Very easy question. Try to, if you have figured it out, just try to find out the answer once again. Then, if I just give you a hint, so Nizam is a word that is mostly associated with only one word that is called Hyderabad. So by that you can just figure out this question. So after the death of Aurangzeb on 3rd March 1707, when the Mughal ruler became weak, the Nizam Hyderabad declared freedom of himself from Mughal Empire. He established the independent Hyderabad state in 1724 AD, and that is how the Nizam and Nawabs came into being. And the all the system of Mansabdari and all the system of Jagirdari was bifurcated from the Mughal Empire, and they all became independent, just giving particularly an amount of annual pension to the Mughal king, and on the basis of that, they are ruling on their own. So that was particularly the time after Aurangzeb's death, and that is how Mughal Empire declined. Which of the following statements about Aurangzeb is incorrect? Options are he was also known as an Alamgir. In his struggle for throne, Aurangzeb decisively defeated his brother Dara in battle and put his father under house arrest in his own palace in Agra. He was the second son of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. The Mughal Empire continued to decline after the death of Aurangzeb in mid 18th century. So try to figure out this answer, guys. And I hope you have figured it out. The answer is he was the second son of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz. He was not the second son. Regarding Aurangzeb's statement in option C is wrong. He was the third son of fifth emperor of Mughal dynasty, Shah Jahan. Okay, so before him, there was Dara Shikoh, there was Shuja, then Aurangzeb, and then comes Murad. So his mother was Mumtaz Mahal. He was born on 3rd November 1618 in Bodh, Malwa, India. Aurangzeb was given the title of Alamgir, which means conqueror of the world. Aurangzeb defeated his elder brother Dara Shikoh at Samugarh in May 1658. He confined his father in his own place at Agra. Aurangzeb was 88 years old when he died on 3rd of March 1707. When he died, the Mughal Empire started declining, and many revolts and rebellions broke out throughout the empire. So, particularly if we talk about option was incorrect, so that was option C. He was not the second son of Shah Jahan, he was the third son of Shah Jahan. Which of the following kings was sent by Aurangzeb against Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? So take your time and try to figure out the answer of this question. Options are Bahadur Shah Zafar, Adil Shah, Man Singh, or Jai Singh. Very simple question. So if you have heard about this incident, so you must know that Aurangzeb during the time of 1665 he sent particularly Jai Singh to confront Shivaji Maharaj. So to control the power of Shivaji Maharaj, Aurangzeb sent Jai Singh to Pune. He started rallying all the forces against Shivaji Maharaj. Jai Singh had besieged the fort of Purandar. As a result, a treaty between Jai Singh and Shivaji Maharaj was signed in June 1665, which came to be known as the Treaty of Purandar. Remember, a Treaty of Purandar was also signed between Marathas and Britishers later on during the 1770s. So do not get confused between the Treaty of Purandar that happened between Mughals and Marathas and between Britishers and Marathas. Okay, so this was done between the Raja Jai Singh, and he was the Raja, or he was the king of Amer, which have relationships with Mughals. Who was also known as Rabia Ud-Dawrani? Very good question and very easy question. Try to figure out this question. Options are Noor Jahan, Dilras, Banu Begum, Jagat Gosai, or Asmat Begum. I guess you have figured it out. The answer is Dilras Banu Begum. So, original name of Rabia Ud-Dawrani was Dilras Banu Begum. She was the first wife of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb commissioned the tomb of Rabia Ud-Dawrani in 1660, which is called as the second Taj Mahal. It is also called as the Bibi Ka Maqbara. It is sometimes also called as Black Taj Mahal. It was actually built by his eldest son, Prince Azam Shah, in the memory of his mother. It was built in 1678 AD. So remember, Dilras Banu Begum was also known as Rabia Ud-Dawrani, and basically, if we talk about her, so Aurangzeb, particularly, uh, Aurangzeb's son, basically created this tomb or this particular place, which later known as Bibi Ka Maqbara. It is in Aurangabad. In the Indian history, who was known as Alamgir? Very good question. Try to find out the answer, guys. I guess you have figured it out. The answer is Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was known as Alamgir. He was born in Ujjain. His father name was Shah Jahan and mother name was Mumtaz. Mughal Empire reached its highest peak during his reign. He was also known as Zinda Pir, and he ruled the Mughal Empire from 1658 to 1707, and officially from 1659 to 1707. And if we talk about Aurangzeb, he was the third son of Shah Jahan, and he killed his brother Dara Shikoh and gained the throne after killing him and captured his father in Agra fort. Later on in his life, he got a lot of revolt and rebellion against him from different dynasties and rulers, and that is was the reason of the decline of Mughal Empire after his death. So remember his name, Aurang. Mughal Emperor Dash had acquired the title of Alamgir. Simple question and same question. Try to figure out the question. And yes, the answer is Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb was the sixth ruler of Mughal dynasty who ruled from 1658 to 1707. He was known as Zinda Pir for strictly following the Shariat law. So remember his name? His name was Aurangzeb. After the death of Aurangzeb in Dash, several regional kingdoms came to power under Mughal administrators in different parts of India. Options are 1708, 1705, 1706, 1707. So try to figure out this question. I guess you have figured it out because the answer is 1707. So Aurangzeb's death was in 1707. Murshid Quli Khan of Bengal, Sadat Ali Khan of Awadh, and Nizam ul Mulk of Hyderabad declared themselves as independent rulers in 1724. As they have seen the decline of Mughal Empire and they are not much more interested in associating themselves with them, so they particularly declared themselves independent. And that is how the decline of Mughal Empire started in India. When did Nadir Shah invade India and sack Delhi? Options are 1739, 1761, 1754, 1765. Try to figure out this question, guys. The answer is 1739. So Emperor Nadir Shah, the Shah of Persia and the founder of Iranian Afsharid dynasty of Persia, invaded North India and Delhi in March 1739. His army had easily defeated the Mughals at the Battle of Karnal, and particularly he was the one who took away the Peacock throne and the Kohinoor from India. After particularly defeating the king Rangila of Mughal Empire, and after defeating him, he particularly looted the great wealth that was acquired by Mughals over the period of time. So this was the time when a particular stamp of destruction was embarked on the empire of Mughals. From which Asian country did Ahmad Shah Abdali came to India? Persia, Turkey, Afghanistan, Mongolia. Try to figure out this question, guys. And your answer is right. The answer is Afghanistan. So Ahmad Shah Abdali was also known as Ahmad Khan Abdali, was the originator of Durrani Empire. Remember this name? And viewed as the organizer of the cutting edge territory of Afghanistan. In July 1747, Ahmad Shah was delegated as the king of Afghanistan by Aloya Jirga in Kandahar, where he set up his capital in the Third Battle of Panipat on 14 January 1761. He defeated the Maratha army led by Sadashiv Rao. So this was the time when Maratha got a setback in 1761 in the Third Battle of Panipat. And after this setback, they particularly regained some of their territories later on. But the confederations was also started in Marathas, which later on became the reason of the decline of Maratha by 1805 during after the Second Anglo-Maratha War. So remember the name. The answer is Afghanistan. Who was the last Mughal emperor of India? Options are Alamgir II, Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah II, or Ahmad Shah Bahadur. So take your time. And I guess I don't require any particular time, and you don't require also. The answer is Bahadur Shah II. And Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last ruler of Mughal Empire and famous poet of Urdu. He was the poet, musician, and calligrapher, more an aesthete than a political leader. So remember his name. His name was Bahadur Shah Zafar. Who was the last Mughal emperor? Babur, Jahangir, Akbar, or Bahadur Shah? Take your time, guys. The answer is Bahadur Shah. So Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last ruler of Mughal Empire and famous poet of Urdu. He was the poet, musician, and calligrapher, more an aesthete than a political leader. Which Mughal empire was sent to Rangoon by Britishers? Options are Bahadur Shah Zafar, Bahadur Shah Ahmad Shah, Bahadur Shah first, or Bahadur Shah third. So take your time. And once again, the answer is simple. The answer is Bahadur Shah Zafar. So Britishers exiled Bahadur Shah II to Rangoon, where he died on 7 November 1862. He used Zafar as his pen name. So the answer is Bahadur Shah. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge regarding the Mughals, regarding the king, the famous king of Mughals. We will meet once again in next session where we will discuss some more questions related to the medieval history, and we will see that what type of questions are relevant and has been asked and could be asked in the upcoming exam. So till then, bye bye. Take care everyone and see you soon.